boogie 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 dance your hands off, baby.
Did you press the right button?
I did.
It's like, don't get me wrong. I know it's a hard job, and I don't want to do it, but also it doesn't look that hard.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Well, but that's what everyone says. Like, you know, when a lawyer says, "Oh, it's not that hard," and you're like, "Really? I tried to take 3 LSAT questions on the internet, and I'm a moron." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I imagine it's more complicated than what I think it is that you're doing.
Afterwards, this is the easy part.
What do you mean afterwards?
Well, you know, you got to like edit it and you got to figure it out.
I'm not giving you something that needs to be edited. I don't want you to edit me.
That's true.
I don't want you to cut out. What are you going to cut out? Something that you find you're triggered by?
Well, I mean,
you know, I forget it. We'll get started. I don't. You know what? We'll discuss whatever your sensitivities are later, Dana. But I can't be judged. Welcome to episode 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Beverly podcast. You found it. Good for you. You must be looking to improve your life. And you're done with Mel Robbins and you think she's a phony. And you're finished with the untamed tiger, the lesbian, the anti-Semite, Glennon Doyle. Or maybe you're done with Brene Brown. It's Renee or Brene. Here's the problem, Brene. Do me a favor. Your name is Renee, okay? Nobody is a Brene, okay? Brene is not a name, okay? Unless you're a black person, they do beautiful work making up names. But white people do not have the same cachet. So unless you're some sort of an appropriator of some other culture's talent, I'm going to call you Renee. So here's what I'm going to put to you, world, okay? Maybe there's a new wellness coach on the scene. Maybe she's a Jew. Calm down. Relax. Everybody relax. We've already done this a couple of times. You must be used to it by now. Okay. Oh, excuse me. We have a special guest today, so hold that thought. You're not going to believe this, okay? I actually don't believe it, and that's what we're going to get into. I have here, we're not doing a theme today, okay? Because we are doing a theme, but it's sort of death, okay? But that's not just death. The reason I'm so excited, I have someone here who claims to be a medium. Do you know what a medium is? Do you?
Yeah.
It's not the same as a psychic.
No, I know.
Are you trying to be that too?
So all mediums are also psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. That's usually how it works, actually.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay. It's like, Dana, calm down.
I'm excited.
Dial down your excitement. I'm going to make sure that we understand who's a charlatan here and who isn't. Okay. This is Ivy Sunderji. Okay. And she insists that she is someone who can talk to dead people. Okay. Now, we're going to get into all of that because I have a lot of questions about how this is going on. So, Ivy, first of all, let's start with how adorable you are. Is that appropriate?
That's
why not?
Nice. I appreciate the compliment.
You're a beautiful girl. Why can't you use that as part of your mediumship? Tell all the dead people how gorgeous you are. Or they can see you already. Can they see you?
I think they can see me.
Okay, so how does it work? Do me a favor. Can you get Michael Jackson on the line? I have a couple questions for him. It's not that I don't think he did it. I know he did it. But I would like to hear it from him. All right, failing the first test. So, confirming what I think I already know, which is that this is a product of a very big imagination.
Well, but I will say though, sometimes illustrious people do come through to me, so that isn't actually.
Oh yeah,
that has happened to me.
Oh really?
Yes.
Who's the biggest celebrity that's come to talk to you? Who's it going to be? Please say Princess Diana.
Yeah, I've had Princess Diana come through to me once.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying.
Do you have a lie detector test in the other room?
No.
You're saying, stop. Hang on a second. You're saying Princess Diana was married. She was the one who was married to Prince Charles and she died in France. Mm-hmm. Okay. She came to you or you went to her?
No, I was driving to Las Vegas with my mom actually for the holidays and we were just chatting in the car and we weren't even sure how this worked at that point. And
you and your mother.
Yeah. And she was a skeptic and so was I. But then I just felt like Princess Diana was there and I started telling things that felt like they were from her. And then I looked them up afterwards and they were actually like they matched her.
Okay. All right. We're gonna pull this apart for a second. Do you remember any specifics that she told you that then you were able to look up on the internet that you'd probably looked up on the internet before and put away in your brain?
But
somewhere?
no, I wasn't I wasn't really like someone who followed her life.
Oh, you were not?
My mom
did.
did.
You're like Meghan Markle. You didn't know who she was.
No, I
before you
knew who
started
she
dating
was,
Prince
but
Harry?
I didn't like.
But you okay? So what? Can you remember?
So I remember
anything?
she was showing me that like she had a way for like greeting people, and she showed me this room she would do it in, where that was like a very formal room, and it felt like sort of like it had like a doily aesthetic, is how I would put it.
That's the
And
entire.
then she was
palace,
also she was also very funny, which she had like a dark sense of humor, which I wouldn't have known. And she described the tea she liked. And
what tea? Because everyone knows she was funny. You know what? Moving on.
Okay.
All right. I can't with you. Okay. So you're telling me. So when did this skill of yours show itself?
All right. So I
read a little bit about you on your WordPress, which, by the way, you need a better website. It's enough. Come on. It's not the 90s. So what? You had a husband, fiance.
Yeah. So, when I was a child, I had dead people appear to me, and I didn't think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everyone just thought I was making it up. So I
okay.
internalized the shame of being told I was a liar.
Oh.
Basically, even though I was like, I am talking to dead people.
I'm not calling you a liar. I'm calling you a fabulist. You understand the difference? Okay. So dead people showed up when you were a child.
Yeah. One little girl who'd been like run over accidentally.
What are you talking about?
That this was just like a little girl came and played with me, and then she's like, "Oh, I was run over and I died." And I was and I told my mom about it, and she's like, "You must have heard that story because that did happen, but it was not like it." She's like, "You weren't born then."
Okay. Wait, so your mother and I are on the same page.
She's a college professor. She teaches critical thinking.
Oh, the mother, the dead girl.
My mom.
Your mom's alive.
My mom's alive.
Thank God. Okay, Baruch Hashem. Okay, so
I had these experiences as a child. And then my fiance died 4.5 years ago.
That is horrible, and I'm very sad for you. I'm so sorry. And I read about him, and he was a famous psychiatrist, wasn't he? Or well-known.
He's a well-known
psychiatrist
to the Hollywood community, basically.
So you're telling me that you were engaged to science, and then science passed away, and then science came through to tell you that there's more than just science? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, he told me when he was alive, he thought I was psychic.
Did he really?
And I didn't believe
So
him.
you think, did he believe in psychicness?
He was more open to it than I was.
Is that true?
He was.
Why weren't you open to it? What was your career? What is your career? Who are you? You're not just a medium. You didn't train for this.
No, I didn't train for this. I was a TV writer and.
Oh, you're a television writer.
Yeah, and I'm a professor.
It's a dying industry. You're still trying to do that?
I am still trying to do it.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you do a YouTube show or a Yodcast? That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you write television scripts?
I've written for the shows Greenleaf and Delilah on OWN.
Those are black shows.
That's correct.
That's wonderful. You're not appropriating the culture by writing on it? I'm trying to find the line.
So, I mean, that's a whole... You could get into a whole thing about that show. I will say...
Do you think that Ivy's racist? You look like you're upset.
I don't. No.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm just making sure. No one's calling you a racist.
No, I was on the show to give perspective on sexual abuse in the church.
Oh.
That was sort of like the
Why?
voice
Did you abuse someone in a church?
No, I didn't abuse someone in the church. But I grew up in a really like religious community, and I went to a church that had a lot of like culture of silence behind closed doors.
Oy, Catholic.
It wasn't Catholic. Catholics were way more liberal.
Oy vey is mer. You've had a life.
I've had a very strange life.
But you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So at least there's that. Okay. So you've had a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, and I don't want to gloss over, okay, the fact that you lost your fiance. That's incredibly tragic. One of my 3 husbands also passed away tragically.
Very, very
How
sorry
did
about
yours
that.
pass away?
He drowned in a surfing accident.
Mine too.
Oh, wow. How old was he?
I mean, he was in his 40s and, he was also very heavy.
Oh, he shouldn't have been surfing.
No, he shouldn't have been surfing. And he wasn't technically surfing. He was body surfing.
Okay,
he was swimming. He wasn't really. There was no surfboard.
I'm very sorry. I don't mean to
And
laugh.
it wasn't on a beach. It was at a pool. It was at the JCC pool. So it was different circumstances. I am very sorry. Okay,
I don't mean to laugh about
it's
him
not
drowning.
funny. Well, I don't know. Listen,
really
we
terrible.
have to find laughter in darkness.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me, okay, so his name,
My fiance?
yeah.
His name was Jahangir Sunderji.
Jahangir Sunderji, and you can look him up. He was a real person. And so you're telling me that he said you were psychic when he was alive.
Yeah, I predicted my sister having a paragliding accident the week before it happened. And then I had like a vision about her defying...
I am going to stop you for 1 second. Your sister should not have been paragliding, period. No one should. It defies... You know what I mean? Like that's you taking.
Is that the one where you're behind the boat?
No,
you just like jump off the
That's
side
just
of
behind
jumping
the
off
boat.
the cliff.
What's wrong? Water skiing?
No, you know the when they're in the
Parasailing.
parachute,
Oh,
parasailing.
parasailing.
It's close.
It's similar,
Yeah.
but you're not tethered to anything. So
Right.
just
You're really just flying. You're basically strapping on fairy wings like you buy at Spirit of Halloween
Right.
and then going.
Right.
It's not a good system.
She-
So
I mean,
I
she
could have
was a
predicted that she was going to have an accident.
She was
too.
a licensed paraglider, and
They don't do that. That's not a thing. They don't have
she has like a piloting
I
license.
don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so he predicted that she was going to get an accident.
I predicted.
You predicted
I
she was
did.
going to get an accident.
Like the week before it happened, I had a vision of it, and then I told him, and I was like, I'm just anxious, and
But why
afterwards-
didn't you stop her then?
I didn't believe I was psychic.
Okay, don't get
Like, I had
defensive.
I had
You can't
repressed-
reach. It's like you're very defensive. Okay,
Am I?
Extremely.
Okay,
I
well,
find you your behaviors. I mean, it's funny because you seem pleasant, but I can see there's something angry going on. Okay, so
I am pretty angry about some things,
Well,
but-
sure, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Yeah. Okay, so that you predicted that, which is remarkable.
And he also thought I was like spying on his phone because I would always like unwittingly like reference things that had just happened in his day. And he was very confused for a long time, like why I would know things and say things. And I didn't know I was even doing it, but he thought I.
So when you, okay, yes, okay. I jump ahead. Yeah. Okay, so now God help us, Baruch Hashem, may he rest in peace. He's gone. But then what happened? He starts, showing up as like a hologram?
So that's a really good question. He heard his voice first in my mind's ear.
Okay.
So it's like, it sounded like my own voice in my head, but it sounded like him.
I hear my own mother's voice.
So
Stop eating, close your mouth, stop talking.
So you can internalize.
I hear my mother.
You can internalize someone's voice like that.
That's what I hear.
And I assumed it was just like that, like internalization.
And how do you tell the difference between internalization and you're being talked to?
So the difference in my experience, and like I'm my own greatest skeptic, so I didn't believe that this was happening. By the way, like I thought I was crazy, or I just missed him, or that I was.
I'm leaning toward that.
That's. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I still like question it regularly myself. Yeah. But the difference between internalization is that internalization can have like negative messages or anxious messages or fearful messages, whereas like I've noticed words from the other side are in your best interest. They're loving. They're also
sexual.
They've not really. They've been prophetic also. Like he'll tell me things and then they actually do happen.
Oh.
So he'll tell me about things that haven't happened yet. Like he told me I would get good news about the house I live in. And then that day I did get good news about like getting to stay in the home we shared. Like he'll tell me things that are coming in my life that I wouldn't necessarily know about.
How often are we having a communication with him?
I can talk to him whenever. Like I hear from him often. Every day.
Hello from Beverly.
Oh, he knows who you are.
Oh, does he?
Wow.
Yeah, he likes you.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's a fan. He thinks you're funny.
What? Is that true?
Oh, now you like it. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, he finds you
I find him very good looking. I looked up his picture.
He is very good looking.
I mean, he was definitely. I like them like he was like like swarthy. And that's not racist. I'm saying like dark, but I happen to find Mediterranean men, and he would fall in that category. That's what I like. Okay. It doesn't mean I don't like other people, races, places, and things. Do you understand? I'm just saying I express a preference for sort of an Indonesian-ish whatever, and that's sort of his sheen. I like that. I can picture his hands. Here's what it is. I can picture his hands on my milky white breasts. Not to cheat on you, but like I like the contrast. It's appealing to me. Okay? You don't have that. You're both the same color. So anyway, okay. So he likes me, I like him. Great. Okay. So all right. So then you're settling in and talking to him what, regularly for a while?
Yeah, I would hear him and I found it intrusive at first, and I felt
I can only imagine.
I thought I was crazy, and I was like, God, I'm really not coping with grief well, and no one prepares you for your fiance to just like leave and never come home.
Young to have gone through this, Ivy. You're too young.
I agree.
You're too young. I mean, I'm at a certain age where I've lost a lot of people, and some of them it's totally fine, you know, but other ones, I mean, you're just too young to have to go through this. And I'm very sorry for you, but you did get sort of a special gift out of it.
I mean, on the other side of it, it does feel like it healed something in me to know that there's something more than just this. So
Can you talk to animals?
sometimes, yeah, I've given whole readings.
What about a Bichon Frise named Shayna Punham? Do me a favor. I don't even want to confirm. I still don't 100% believe you.
That's okay.
But if you don't mind communicating to her that if I had anything to do with the jump in cholesterol, I apologize. I just thought that was a good thing to feed her.
So the magical thing about people on the other side is they can hear you. Like, you don't need a medium to talk to them.
I absolutely do.
You don't.
Well, then what else is she listening to?
She's listening to you anyway.
All the time?
Pretty much.
All the time.
Probably. If they loved you here, the love is around you.
Okay. Let's believe me. Slow down. Okay. So you're telling me that the people that we love, that they are listening. That's what they're spending their time in the afterlife doing, is paying attention, or no?
They do pay attention.
What else are they doing?
You know, it's a really good question.
And why didn't you ask them?
I have asked some of them sometimes.
Here, you said they hear. I'll ask, and then you, dead, tell her. What are you doing? What are you doing? Lounging? Because we have a lot of like Christian imagery that says that there's clouds and music, but the music never looks particularly entertaining. It's like harp. So what are you doing other than paying attention to us, which is wonderful? That's what we want to believe, that they're busy guiding us. Is that what's happening?
Well, I feel like time isn't the same on the other side.
Okay, so everyone says that, but then what is it? What is it? I only know this time. So what does time work like? It's very frustrating talking to you.
I totally understand. I understand all your frustration. I understand your skepticism. I myself am very skeptical. So I empathize with your frustration.
I appreciate
I'll also
that.
say, like, just because I'm a medium and I can give messages in readings for clients who come to me, or sometimes random people appear, doesn't mean that I know everything or that at all.
I'm
like,
so
I
glad
just
you
want to
said
have like
that.
humility about that. Like, I genuinely, the other side is probably beyond language that we have.
Okay. Did you see White Lotus?
Which season?
The last one.
I saw the one with like the guy with like the naked guy.
What naked guy? They're all naked. Everybody's naked.
Like the first episode of season 2. Like
what type the first
hot
episode?
naked guy.
Okay.
And then I stopped watching.
Can I just skip to the point? Okay. At one point, there's a Tibetan or a Thai monk who says that we're all drops in the ocean, and that the ocean is the other side, and we go back and we're drops that go back to the ocean.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the drops also can come out and be specific?
Yeah.
Okay. What about...
That's actually a really beautiful way to put it too.
Yeah, well, I didn't think of it. Mike White did. Now, here's what I want to say. What I'm troubled by are bad people.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Let's come back. We're going to go down a different route.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're going to go they said, let's talk about near-death experience for a second, because if you're busy talking to them, then they've talked about how they got there, and they all say the same thing. Right? They all say the same thing. There's a big bright light and
I've never heard that.
What are you talking about?
From the dead people.
Okay.
They've never once described that.
Everyone who almost dies says there's a tunnel, and they're walking down the tunnel and the bright light.
NDEs.
I told you we were winding and going down a different way. Okay, so there's a tunnel, okay, and it's full of bright light and love and everything else, and that's where they go down there, okay? So and then once they get there, there's love, and they're forgiven, and they feel sorry for some of the things they did, but they didn't do anything terrible. We're not talking about murderers. I'm talking about, honestly, I have never really checked the records on Dana and Brett, but I'm going to assume that none of us, and I don't know you particularly well, so nobody here has murdered anybody.
Correct.
But they've done some unsavory things because they're not perfect.
No one's perfect.
Thank you. Yeah. That's what I keep telling my children. I said, you can hate me all you want. I did the best I could.
Your kids shouldn't hate you.
Oh, Lainey and Rochelle, that's all I ever hear from them, how they hate me. It's okay.
That's traumatic for you.
No, I love them no matter what. I don't care. They're just growing girls at 39.
That's a good perspective.
So anyway, listen, they don't know what they say. They don't know what they're saying. I gave them everything, including one of them an eating disorder. So, but the point is that they're not bad people. But somebody who deliberately murders somebody, let's call it like an Amos Hay errorist Hay. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Or someone, or any kind of errorist Hay. You understand? Any kind.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to be, Islamic. It could be another kind.
Oh, I had to bring the bell out.
Why? Because terrorism can be for everybody? You're right. Any kind of terrorist. Yeah. So a person does something terrible, okay? Are they seeing the same bright light and they get the same comfort and they get the same everything? Because Jews don't believe in heaven and hell. Yeah. So I don't think that there should be a punishment for them, but I also don't want them to have the same, comfort as, say, like my Bijan Frise, who did nothing to anybody ever.
Which is fair. I will say NDEs, my sister had one. It wasn't quite
near-death experience.
So the near-death experience, my sister did have one. She would be a better person to talk to about what that was like than me. I will say on the side of...
You're here.
I know. But so I'll tell you, she did say it was like going towards her best day and she saw her own rescue even though she was unconscious.
This is paragliding.
Yeah. She had an NDE during that.
But this doesn't answer my question.
But you have a more important question about...
What is happening to the terrorists when they die? Okay. The fucker who was at the Ariana Grande concert who tried to blow up a bunch of little girls 20 years ago. Nobody has a problem with that. Probably because the victims were not Jews. But anyway, so he did that. Okay. Yeah. That was bad. You're telling me he gets to go in the same tunnel? The same bright tunnel, not the tunnels I'm telling the other tunnel. He gets a very pretty white tunnel. Ask.
Well, let me actually
ask Michael Jackson.
Let me look at let me actually look at this question for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna be quiet for a second.
I'm gonna be quiet for a second. I'm actually gonna
You know what?
give you.
I'm not gonna speak.
So I will say.
Drink water.
I don't think anything in life is all one thing, and I don't think the experience on the other side of death is all one thing either. I don't believe in hell. I think hell is a construct of oppression.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't, and I think that the Christian idea of heaven is also kind of cartoonish.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's sort of inverted so that the pain here is big and magnified, and love is fleeting. And on the other side, the pain there is like a grain of sand, and love is like this big pearl around it. And it's like it's an easier, peaceful place, but it's also outside of time, so it has less pressure. But I do think people are held accountable for what they've done, and they have to feel it. I do think they feel it. So it could feel really terrible on the other side to see the pain, the ripple effect of the pain you caused. But also you have empathy for yourself, because there's you understand that if you're a terrorist, you're probably very afraid, and there's a root of trauma or something wrong happening a long way back that made you the person you are, no matter. And but then there's also God, and I feel like God's love is big enough to cover even things that we don't have grace for here because they're too horrible. I think God's grace and love is so much more expansive that I really so.
Oh boy! 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 That was. I mean, I love so much of that. Let's go into the God. You're using that word, and I'm with young other millennials like you, who might be triggered by whatever religious trauma they have experienced.
I would empathize with that.
No, you don't mind God, the word God?
I don't mind it, but I don't really have. I was lucked out where I don't have too much.
This one's an atheist.
Trauma.
I know that.
I'm neutral. I have
Okay, but I guess what my question is we're talking to someone who speaks with the people who are hanging out with God. Okay. Yeah. Or they're part of God.
I think it's...
Which religion is right? The Jews.
It's a really good question.
Pretty close.
I actually do have I think God loves the Jews, and I think God loves the Hindus, and God loves Muslims, and God loves Christians, and God loves atheists.
Yeah,
and God loves people who are questioning and uncertain.
Yeah.
And God loves everyone who tries. And even the people
when
who
you
don't.
say God, what do you mean? Like the ocean part with the drops, the Mike White?
I think God is so much bigger than us. I sometimes think about, I heard this, I'm borrowing this analogy from someone else, but that God is sort of like the mother and we're in the womb here. And it's more like that, but I don't know that God is gendered.
Like God's love we deliver.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. That's I think the AIDS meal service in New York City. Right? Yeah. So okay, if I can just nail down a couple of specifics. Okay, so I can murder someone if I want to. Am I getting permission from you? I have a couple people I really don't like. What I'm hearing is that it doesn't really matter.
No, it matters.
Oh, what do you mean it matters?
It matters to you.
No.
Yeah, no, it does.
No.
Yeah.
But I feel better if I murdered a couple people.
No, you
My
won't.
Russian neighbor plays music that is in some Cyrillic language that is it feels like very aggressive, and it's pop or some kind of very underground rap. He's got the Adidas symbol shaved into the back of his head. That's the son. Or he could be actually a cousin, but he comes here every so often. And I also think he's got some sort of shady drug business going on out of their basement. So how am I not... So, all right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to...
I would love to chat about this because I actually think this is a really good question.
Yeah, me too.
So,
okay.
Well, one, I think you're giving me too much authority by saying...
Well, I'm not the one who could talk to dead people,
right,
Ivy.
But you are in charge of your own life.
No.
Yeah, and like religion has this lie baked into it that the other side has more authority over you than you. And I feel like the will of God was really that you have agency and you drive the ship. And if you prioritize the words of a medium or any religious figure or any kind of dogma over your own inner knowing of what's right and wrong for you,
oh boy,
you're going to you shouldn't be handing away the agency over your own life like that. And I don't think that's God's intention.
I'm not. I'm trying to ask if I can stab someone to death or not. You're not answering. Okay, you know
I
what?
don't think that there's any absolutes about anything.
I'd like to tell you. I'd like to tell you
I'm
some
not going to
good
tell you
news.
to murder someone.
You know what? Whatever. You're not going to tell me to, but you're giving me permission to.
No, I'm
There's a
not.
difference.
That is
There's a
not what I'm
difference. You're
doing.
not giving me a directive. You're giving me an opening.
No.
There's a
say-
difference.
What I did say is that you will live with the consequences of what you've done on the other side, and you will have to understand. Like, it's not hell,
You'll live with the
but
consequences
you
of
will.
whatever
You'll
you've done on the
understand.
other side.
But
How about
we
that?
all make mistakes, and
That's
I will also.
right.
But I
That's
will
right.
also say that, like, in the past,
Yes.
like, our morality is relative to culture.
Oh, boy.
And our souls probably all have things in them. Like our souls have probably all killed to survive at some point, whether it's even just to eat.
Oh my God.
So to judge is missing
Or
the point.
self-defense.
Or self-defense. Right. Like if you murdered someone in self-defense, that's very different than if you murdered someone.
That's what I keep saying to my neighbor.
But if you are traumatized and you feel like self-defense is you don't like them, that's probably
All right. Okay.
That might be like a you thing.
Okay. You know what? Can we go back to the Jews for 1 second?
Oh, please.
And I know that everyone gets upset around here, not because they're anti-Semitic, but because I am who I am. So what I'm trying to tell you, okay, is that I think it's interesting because what I will say about the Jewish Hashem God is that it's a little closer, I think, in some ways, the what you're saying aligns with what I think.
Wait, I don't.
Okay, you and I think you're Jewish, is what I'm trying to say. I think you have a Jewish soul.
I love that.
Okay, how about that?
I'll take it.
Okay, even though religion is not important to everyone up there.
I'm not saying it's not important.
Yes, you did. You said
saying-
that he doesn't care about religion.
I think
it's
no
not
one
even
gets-
just a religion, by the way. You know something? But you know what? You can come to my Hanukkah party and have a religious experience eating the latkes and tell me if that's not a religious experience.
Here's the thing. Like, religion is, if it helps you have community, if
Whatever
it helps
works.
you have joy,
Whatever works.
kind of.
Yeah.
But if it's helpful to you, if it enriches your life, if it helps you feel connected to God, that's great. If it's a tool of oppression or shame or divisiveness, then we get
I think
into
you're a very
trouble there.
kind person. I have a question for
try
you.
to be
Were you
kind.
kind before this experience of really getting in touch with dead people, or were you not as nice a person?
You know what? I've always tried to be kind. I think it has given me a more expansive view of people, and I have more compassion for more than I did. So I'm less judgmental.
I think
than I was.
are you enlightened
try to
by
be-
this?
I've definitely been enlightened, I think.
Do you think you're special? And in a good way. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but do you think you're a special conduit? And do you notice, okay, when you go into Starbucks, can you pick out who else is talking to dead people?
I'm not going to be doing that when I'm going to Starbucks.
But can you?
I don't know.
Why don't you try that? If I were
It
you,
probably depends on.
have you been to the Magic Castle?
I have been once.
So
I loved
do you,
it.
but okay, but do you know how all the tricks are done?
You know, sometimes okay. Just because, so there's the idea that like psychics and mediums have unlimited insight.
Yeah.
And that's false. So like, I'm more thinking of me like a translator. So it's like if I had a conversation
Now we're getting to it.
for an hour with a dead person on the other side or with a guide on the other side about something, like I would know as much as I know from that hour.
Ivy, there's no way to prove any of this.
There is.
Oh, yeah? Who's here right now? Who's here right now?
Wait, okay, but there are peer-reviewed studies about this topic.
Okay, but you're not... Are you in the studies?
I know some of the mediums who are in them. And I actually know some of the researchers who've done some of them. And they're rigorous scientists. And
Yeah,
people
you
who've done
well.
them are
Now,
like-
what did you study at college before this?
So I started as a math major at Dartmouth. And then
Like Cindy Crawford.
And then my grandfather was a physicist on the Manhattan Project. So I had like a good math
What are you
and
talking
science
about?
background.
Are you Oppenheimer?
No.
Did you see that movie? How about Barbie? Did you see the Barbie?
I saw both of those
Barbie
movies.
and
I loved them.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Did you
I
see
saw
them on the
Barbie.
same day you did a Barbenheimer?
I did.
Isn't that fun? So you like a trend?
I do.
Oh yeah. Well, you're young. Okay.
trends.
So here's a question.
When they work, I like them.
Do you have any questions you want to ask? Because I know you love this nonsense.
Ooh, I love all of it. It's so good. Okay,
Dana,
wait.
what do you want to ask?
Well, actually, this just came out. I'm really melding two things I love together. But what about like aliens? Do you have any insight on aliens?
Okay.
Dana believes
I'm
everything.
so sorry, Ivy, that I had to bring this to you.
No, I love this question. I'm
Do you get alien communications?
Okay, don't
Dead aliens?
Brad,
So-
shut up.
I will say there's so much that's like outside of what we know through the filter of our five senses. There's so much we just don't know. And so I think I don't know is a good place to start. I think that's hubris to think that we are the only life in the universe. And I also think that the odds that our consciousness and physical material reality is on the same frequency as other life in the universe may not be true. So like the universe may be teeming with life that we can't see or feel or perceive with the filter of our five material senses.
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't know. I don't know if we made contact. Like, I have no idea. I'm not going to have an opinion about that. Cause like, and the mediums who channel aliens or like, my sister likes this person who, the Galactic Federation or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Oh, is
just,
that that
I'm going to say, I
Bashar
don't
guy?
know. Like, yeah, I have no
Did you just say that? Okay.
Yeah, I know who these
This
people are.
guy,
I don't know.
Okay. Be kind. Rewind for a second. Did you say the mediums who
There are mediums
channel
who
alien
channel-
life?
They are, that does exist.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not them. I can't speak for
Well, don't you just have to practice until you can get to that part?
I
Maybe
have
you're
no
not
idea.
dedicated.
That
enough.
hasn't been my experience. But I also didn't think that mediums were real.
Do you
and now I
remember
am one, so I'm
Marvin
not
the
gonna-
Martian?
I do.
He was so cute with a little brush on his head.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Here's a question. Okay, so that was your question.
Well, it was a question.
Well,
but
ask
but it
another one.
makes
I don't
me-
like that one.
It makes me think. Well, I guess. Well, okay. I am curious. Like, are you? I mean, since there's like four of us or five. Yes,
Yes.
4 of us in the room right now. Are you sensing?
She was not a
anything?
math major, so
And I didn't graduate with a math degree, by the way. I switched majors
to what?
to English.
Okay, well,
So I had like a minor in math.
whatever. And so, you want to know if there's anybody here other than
Of
Shayna Punham,
course.
which I'd
Yeah,
love
are
some
you-
information about.
Are you sensing?
All right, is there anything? Why don't we all be quiet for a second and let Ivy see whatever she's getting?
I don't get a lot right now. That doesn't mean there's no one around. That's the thing. Like, I might not get it in this situation, but it doesn't mean that they're not there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why? Can I ask you a question? Are they just not entertained by podcasting?
No, I've had
they
people
have
come.
criticism?
I've been on a podcast before where some people came through. Like, that has happened.
Right.
It just depends on if it's the right. I don't know.
People aren't interested. Is that what you're saying? That I
saying
need to change my format?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
I mean, it feels like because you're a television writer, you have opinions. Okay, you know what? All right.
Can I ask something?
Oh, yeah. Brett has a question. Wonderful. And don't be smart.
I'm not trying.
Ask a normal
I'm,
question.
I'm really not trying to be smart. I'm
Okay, then I'm going
curious
to be.
about this.
Okay, you may. Oh,
If they're like around us at all times, are they like? That gives me almost the creeps, like they're spying on me. I don't want some of my dead relatives like looking into my, private, the most private life. You know
if
what I
he
mean?
wants a finger up his tush during sex, he wants to make sure his uncle is not weighing in.
Exactly.
Okay, so now you've got multiple skills in life. You're not
I
just.
also went to medium school.
Oh boy.
I want to know about medium school.
What are you talking about?
Is it like, because I thought I've heard that it's like, it's to strengthen some of like the natural instincts you have and to like hone in on that. Is it a bit of that?
So I went to James Van Prague's medium school.
Back it up.
Who?
James Van Prague.
James Van Prague who used to talk to Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay. And he has, you're telling me, a medium school.
He has a school for mediums.
A school for mediums, like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's sort of what it feels like. It's really cool.
Okay. So you went, where is it that you
It was on
went?
Zoom.
Wonderful. Sounds very legitimate. So you were
Actually,
at a Zoom medium school.
The one school I've gone to that was very cost effective in terms of it didn't cost a lot and it paid for itself.
Okay.
So I will say that it was much less exploitative than USC.
Okay. Fair enough. I know
will
that
put that
makes
out there.
sense. No,
I will.
Let me tell you something.
I have a bone to pick with USC's finances.
The television industry. Hang on a second. I'm going to go off.
I don't
on a
like exploitation.
I
I'm just
agree
gonna
with you,
put
but
that out
I'll tell you something right now. The television industry and the Hollywood industry, it used to be you couldn't get a screenwriting degree to become a writer or become a performer or anything else. And now I think that the academia has exploited the Hollywood whatever. So it's backwards. Backwards. Okay. That's number one. Number two, what did you learn in your Zoom medium class?
So, I mean, we had different,
And how many people were on, how many boxes?
depended on there were different courses.
Okay.
I took mediumship, like an advanced mediumship.
They accept anyone
course.
there?
No, you have to be like approved. You do an application and they vet you and place you in classes. And I got put in the advanced class because I was already doing medium readings. And
Oh, so you were doing, this
I
is
was
not,
just, I was just doing them. And then I was like, I should probably like,
this is
get
not
some kind of-
regulated.
it is not regulated. And I think people should do their diligence going to mediums. But I don't think that automatically means
Did you
that it's
find
like,
any tricksters in there?
you know what? No, I didn't. I feel like there are people who were at different levels of like developmental ability and people sometimes like self-deception. I've like wondered if that plays a role in this. I don't think that's the case with the people who went to medium school because like when I was there, like we actually had a graduation where like you'd hear different mediums. The graduation was in person and it was like a 3-day event. And we did this thing where we'd go around the room getting readings from each other and you get the same messages through each person's different filter.
Oh.
And it was like, that actually was like a very transformative experience for
Let
me
me
because then I
see
thought,
if I can translate. Okay. So me, Dana, and Brett are mediums and we've just graduated medium school. And I hear your Oppenheimer grandfather coming through. So I come here, I say,
yeah.
the message to you is that he's sorry that he helped develop a mass weapon of mass destruction, but he loves you and expects you to do better.
So that isn't what he said. He did come through.
Okay.
I will say- No, I know, but
I'm
I'm just-
giving
I will-
a theoretical.
Yeah, no, but I will
What did
tell
he
you
say?
what he did say was he told me something I didn't know that I verified with my mom. And he told me that through one medium. And then he said it in different language through a different
We
medium.
need a different language. He said it in different words.
It came through the different mediums, different filters. So like one medium said it one way and one medium said it a little different, but they were all about like how my grandfather had bought my mom a house to live in after my parents got divorced. And I didn't know that.
I see.
And he was
so he tried
trying
to make
say,
up
like,
for his massive killing machine by being
he
kind
struggled
to his daughter.
he struggled with guilt.
Of course he
about
did.
that, but
I saw Oppenheimer. It's very
it
traumatic.
was a complex thing.
Yeah, it was.
Like that's
they had to end the war, but it was complicated.
It was complicated.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, like I think he's doing okay in the afterlife.
Okay. Do they teach you how to speak to people if you have bad news for them?
So that could be like one of the things you talk about. Well, and I'm not a doomsday medium, and mostly the messages that come through are if they'll help you. So it's like I'm not going to tell someone, "Hey, you're going to get hit by a bus." Next
But do you
Tuesday,"
know
'cause
that?
No, not usually. Maybe I will, but like
Do you know it and you're holding it back?
not usually.
Do
no.
you know how I'm going to die?
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you hear that?
You
Just
see the
tell me.
future.
Oh, she's like, look, she's making a joke. That's medium humor. Is that fun? She doesn't know. But
I mean, it wouldn't help to tell you.
it wouldn't help to-
and I could be wrong.
But there are mediums who might. What? Okay.
don't-
So are any of the people with the gifts just like compromised morally, and they're giving bad messages? Does that happen?
I don't. Okay, so I can't speak for all mediums.
I'd love for you to.
I can't.
Can you?
No, I can't.
Please?
I can speak for myself, and I can speak for the other mediums that I know.
Okay.
The mediums,
How many do you know?
Probably like 35.
Great. Perfect. Oh,
mediums.
that's good chunk.
Like I know a lot of mediums.
Okay, you know a lot of me.
And the ones I know are people who are overwhelmingly neurodiverse, first of all.
Oh,
So like
that's fun. That's new. We love that word.
they have like highly sensitive.
Oh yeah,
to
sensory processing disorder.
They're
My nephew Carson has sensory processing.
usually can't. I think one thing I have that's special about being a medium for me is that I'm really good at translating between the like sort of intuitive experiences and the dreamy experiences that you have as a medium, and actually like how to put it into language that like makes it accessible for other people. That's something I do.
That's
have.
something you specifically have, or that
that's
other
something
mediums
that I
also
have
I got a hair in
to
my mouth.
do.
I got a hair in my mouth. Okay. Yeah.
But so like a lot of them will have these experiences that they have a hard time like articulating for other people, and they know they have them and they can translate them through readings. But if you try to ask them how it works, I was actually on a panel like last year with Spectre Vision talking about like trying to talk about like what clairvoyance is and how it works. So like in medium school, like you might learn about like what clairvoyance is and practice honing how to like interpret clairvoyant images.
Clairvoyant.
You might have a class also on like grief care where you actually like they had the therapists come in to talk to us. Like we're not mental health
if you were a little bit more
professionals.
broken up, because if you were more broken up about herbs, she could help you, but you're not. You've healed yourself. You're over it already. So, you know,
Like,
whatever.
We're not mental health professionals, but
Can you
we are
see through my shirt?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
We're not mental health professionals, but we're dealing with grieving population often and people who are very vulnerable. And so like you want to handle them with care.
Okay.
And respect.
Is there like a Hippocratic oath for mediums?
There's I mean,
there should be.
My feeling is like do no harm. I actually think
that's your feeling, but that's not everybody else's.
And I think every medium that I've met who's like a legitimately practicing medium, which there are more than you would think out there. Yeah. I would say most mediums who specify that they're evidential and who make the time to put up a website and have a refund policy and sort of talk about the issues of being a medium and like just try to put out there legitimately. You could and if they have like good reviews or good word of mouth, you can probably trust them. Like they're definitely not trying to exploit you if they're doing that.
I have two questions. Two questions, and then we're going to wrap it up here because it's enough already.
It's a lot. I know.
Okay. Number one, are you on Yelp?
I'm not on Yelp.
Okay. Can you Yelp a medium?
You can Yelp. Okay. There are mediums on Yelp.
How do people find you?
I have my WordPress website, which you were shitting on earlier.
Well, it's not. Listen, you can do better.
Which is fine.
You know,
websites aren't my forte.
I understand, but they can also find you on what, like Instagram and TikTok.
You can go on Instagram. And all that I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram at my name, Ivy Sunderji.
Ivy Sunderji.
On TikTok, I'm the Happy Psychic.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm on Substack as the Happy Medium.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you've got to get consistent through all platforms.
I'm not consistent.
You really need to. I've learned that.
I'm not good at branding. Like I wasn't trying to be a professional medium. My therapist told me to start charging money and put up a website or stop doing it.
Yeah, that's actually, I'm glad she did that. You have to be
because I was doing it for free for a while, and she was like, "You're giving it away. You're giving too much.
You're giving the cow away."
And it was like I needed
the milk.
She was like, "You're giving the cow." I needed to earn money, and like I was doing it anyway. And she was like, "It's not normal to work for free." Which in Hollywood, they make you think it's normal to work for free.
Yes, that's true.
That's actually not. My therapist was like, "That's not actually normal. Like you should actually get paid for your work." She's like, "Being a medium is work, and it's a legitimate work that really helps people."
Right. You are helping people.
That's been my experience. Is why I do it. I wouldn't do it if it didn't help people.
So, have you heard the telepathy tapes?
You know what? I've listened to like the first 4 episodes of season 1.
It's just, you know, this. Do you believe that it's real?
You know, my other sister, Allison.
How many sisters do you have?
2 sisters. I'm the middle child. My younger sister was a special education teacher working with students with autism, and she had said many of the things. My sisters are also very intuitive and mediumistic too.
Right.
Now we all know that that's a thing. But she had thought before the telepathy tapes came out that nonverbal young people could communicate.
Can you
like
help me send a message to someone who is alive?
I don't understand the question. Wait,
my estranged brother Marvin knows what he did. Okay. And I would love him to know that I know what he did. Can you send a message to anyone, to him?
You know, I do think that our consciousnesses can talk to living consciousnesses also. Like, I do think that's possible. However, I don't think you need a medium to do it.
You can't, but can you read living people's
I have.
minds?
That's the psychic part.
So it's not
have
reading
you been paying
minds.
any attention, Brett?
I will say
I was confused on that.
it's not reading minds. It's like, because reading minds makes it sound like you understand everything and get the full picture. And it's more like
for you to understand more.
It's
that I'm not going to lie about.
Well, that's the thing that's like a little bit frustrating to talk to someone who's like really trying to have humility about the process is that like it's very helpful in a limited lane to go to a medium for certain people who are grieving or dealing with things. Like a little goes a long way. I have like one more insight than most people about things, I think.
I understand.
I don't have all the insights, but I have had living people come through me as a medium also sometimes. So that does happen. Yeah.
Can you open a channel so that I can come through the next time you talk to someone who you think I would make a connection with?
Sure.
In
I will
other
try.
words-
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ever want to come through
If you
me,
see
like,
anyone with an Hermes bag, I'd love to know if they got it in wholesale or if they found it in a place where they could do like an underground
so
shopping area.
this is like, I had a friend once call me and ask if they should take the 405 or the 10 to get somewhere. And they're like, can't you look at it? And I was like, I'm not wasting my energy on this because
excuse me,
I'm sorry.
To be honest,
I'm not going to waste my energy
I'm
on
going
that.
to tell you something. I'm on team friend of yours. First of all, it's very rude to me
I was like,
that would be your response.
Go on Google Maps. Google
okay.
Map, like on that one.
Okay.
And with
you know what?
shopping.
You're
like,
so happy, you're
that
so
isn't-
generous. I'm so glad that you've had all of these revelations, Ivy, and that you've found a new purpose in your life. But if I were you, I would acknowledge that bad traffic can be just as traumatizing as trauma.
No, I get it.
So
but
can you at least, here's what I would say, a suggestion for you. I'll give you a reading and then one traffic question or a question like that. Like, you know, if I go to this Nordstrom, am I going to find the same boots at this Nordstrom that I'm going to find at the other Nordstrom? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a hard question to look at.
No, it's not. You just said you didn't want to use the energy to do it. You didn't say you couldn't. So what I'm saying is if you give a little one like that as a bonus, like a discount to get more clients, I'm helping to build your business.
I'm not trying to build a bigger medium business.
Well, you know what? That's me and your therapist both told you got to be making more money.
I'm a
so
TV.
you can do it.
I'm mostly a TV writer and
boy.
a teacher,
All right.
and
Well,
I
tell
can
it
only
that-
take like a few clients a week because I get sick when I do more readings.
All right. Well,
so
don't
I have to
contact
cap it.
Ivy for readings. Contact her to write your television
You
show.
can come to me if I have openings, but if I don't,
Oh boy.
I'm maxed out.
All right. Well,
so.
you know what? I guess we all have to do what's right for us in our own lives and then hope that, you know, once we're on the other side, we're not exhausted and we can have a good nap when we occasionally would like it. This has been really, really interesting. I'm up to 93% believe you.
I love it.
I do. I'll tell you this. I think you're wonderful.
I also think you're wonderful.
You know what I think? I think you believe you can do this.
I absolutely believe I can do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. And if there was a better explanation that came out for what I was doing than what I am doing. And I'm not a mentalist. Like, by the way, I would like to say, like,
I wish
mentalists.
You can't bend a spoon with
No,
by
the
looking at it.
mentalists who like have these like elaborately constructed tricks. Like I saw like the Enigmatist.
Yeah.
I love that show.
What is it,
I
like a person who
I don't have the organizational skills to do what he's doing. Like I do not. I have ADHD. I have OCD, but I'm like,
Well, here's what I
I
think.
could not do that if I tried.
Can I tell you? I'll tell you what I think. Here's how you shoot down the skeptics. Okay, and I know we're going to wrap it up in a minute. You can calm down. Stop communicating with each other. I can see what you're doing. Okay, just give me a second. Here's how you shoot down the skeptics. You're a writer. You're not an actor.
I'm not. Oh, I'm definitely not an actor.
Right. These mediums, Brett, who I know is only up to about 35% believing it's real. Okay. So
I have compassion and
She'll
understanding,
talk-
and like was a skeptic, so I understand. Like I get it. I'm not. trying to
she's
sell
not.
anyone.
She's not mad at you.
No.
I'm
I am.
fascinated by all of this.
But I'm a fan of skeptics. Like I like skeptics. I feel like I am at home there. So
Would
I'm
you
not.
save some of your generosity for yourself, please?
By the way, Herb was Jewish.
Of course he was. You think Herb is not a Jew? Please. Yeah, I'm aware. We all know. So what I was going to say is that you're only up to 35%. I forget. It doesn't matter. Forget it. I forgot what I was going to say to
I
you,
was
and
a
it was kind of
skeptic.
important.
You were
a skeptic.
talking about-
It completely went out of my brain, but it doesn't matter. Do you know what it was?
Oh,
Okay.
You said, here's what you say to skeptics.
Oh yeah.
Here's what you say to skeptics. They're not spending their time not just Googling you, but then rehearsing how to make it sound like it's just coming off the top of their heads. You understand? For all of you who are sitting there going, they're Googling and they're reading your body language. No. Their acting is a whole other skill set. So I'm just saying they don't have the time or the energy to pretend. You know who did have the time and energy to pretend, though, was Elizabeth Finch.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't? No. Cancer faker.
Oh,
At Grey's
right. I do
Anatomy.
know who that is. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say she was not an actor, but she did train herself as an actor quite well.
she was good.
she pretended to have cancer for almost a decade, but 2 years on True Blood and then 8 on Grey's Anatomy. I'm tracking her down.
I don't understand people who want that. I don't understand wanting to trick people. I genuinely
do me a favor. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein. He did a lot of deception.
Oh yeah.
So can you talk to him? And did he?
Do you want to try to talk to Jeffrey Epstein? I could try. I met him once when I was at summer camp when I was in high school.
You could really break some news right here.
Okay, everyone be quiet. What does he want to say?
Do you really? He's holding up both hands, like caught me red-handed. That's his first thing, and he's like, both hands are red. There's something about we need a blank slate to move forward.
He would say that, I think.
And
that sounds like
I don't like the world needs to turn the page.
Well, I mean, look, if I were him, I would very much want them to turn the page. I'm not going to lie.
That is what he's saying. I don't know.
Did he kill himself?
Do you want me to ask?
Oh yeah, please.
He said guilty as charged. I don't know. So I assume I also have a bias about this topic a little bit because like I'm definitely on the side of the victims, and
I don't know whether my audience would be convinced or not, but either way, Ivy, it is such a pleasure to have you.
This was such
here.
a pleasure to do this. Thank you.
I just love you. I think you're wonderful.
Likewise.
Thank you for helping me connect to Shayna Punim if you actually did.
You'll know on the other side. That's the beauty of it.
Okay, if you aren't subscribed yet, don't make me yell at you, okay? You can do the kosher monthly plan for $4 a month or the kosher yearly plan for $40 a year. You get episodes early, you get ad-free episodes, and you get access to additional Beverly content, including but not limited to mini episodes of my original true crime series, Finding Finchy, where I am determined to track down Elizabeth Finch, the cancer faker from Grey's Anatomy, and make her apologize to me for giving me the idea to fake cancer. If it weren't for her, I never would have done it. The Beverly Podcast and Yodcast are executive produced by Dana Wickens. Engineering and a bunch of other stuff is done by Brett Morris. Social media management is handled by Shannon Locke. And additional support and development for the Beverly Podcast came from the Jewish Writers Institute and the Maimonides Fund. So yeah, you got it. The Jewish World Controllers have their hands all over this too. Scary.
Boogie 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 boogie